Hello, good morning, everyone. And inside of some participant is there is a good evening. I hope you can listen me, and please also confirm me. Are you hearing me? Please confirm me. Are you hearing me? All participant. You can type message in chat. Okay. Hope you will be done practice of importing of file, how to import Excel file in R, and how to install packages. Now we again do practice for how to import R file, sorry, Excel file, and how we install packages. I am just starting recording, so just 1 minute please. And one participant is trying to connect, and his message I received, he is not connecting. Okay, now I am sharing screen. Okay, now let's start. We first we repeat our previous training, like how to import our previous topic was how to import file in Excel file in R. So we complete our first task, how to import Excel file in R. For this purpose, you have already learned about type of screens. Here is a screen 1, screen 2, screen 3 and screen 4. Screen 1 is script file, console file, global environment and packages. Now for importing of data set or our data in the form of Excel, we need screen number 3. So come on screen number 3, and at the below of history button below, you can see a button import dataset. Click on import dataset, import from Excel. Here you can see another window, and you can see a button named browse. Click on browse, find the location of your file. My file is on desktop. You can also find your file location on which you have saved. So press import button. After view or preview your files, you press the button import. Here is a very important thing. If you have different files or different sheets in a single file, like here is a my Excel sheet, and you can see here is a sheet and range option. You can select. Here is a specific sheet. By default, sheet 1 will be selected, but if you want to select another sheet, you can see here are different list of sheets which are found in your data set or in your Excel file. So select anyone which you need. So I need a data file. Select on data. After selection, you can see my file will be changed. Now press button import. After when we press the button import, we can see our file have been imported. Have all participants done this step? Please confirm me. Okay. Now we are moving to next step. Our next step is how to how to install packages. What are the packages? We have already discussed very little or very minor way, but today we explore it extensively. So I take an example here from here is Mr. Herman. So we take an example of Mr. Herman. For example, Mr. Herman is a PhD scholar in any university. He is a PhD scholar. Okay, Mr. Herman is a PhD scholar, and he is with his supervisors. There is a first day with his supervisors. Sorry, actually one participant is not getting my voice, so I am typing a message to him. Okay, now let's start. Uh, for example, Mr. Herman is a PhD scholar, and he is in front of his supervisor in his office. He is with his supervisors. It is the very first day. His supervisor asked about what you want to do in PhD, or what is your research goal. He say, I want to do analysis on ficus file. Here is a ficus file, ficus plant. He say, I want to do analysis on ficus plant. Now there is a beaker in front of Mr. Herman and his supervisor say that Mr. Herman, please pick this beaker and go to lab and find its pH. Go to lab and find its pH. I again repeat, supervisor of the Mr. Herman says that there is some solution in beaker. Please take it to your lab and find its pH. No, Mr. Herman is the new and know about anything uh, about labs or lab instruments. So his first question is, from his supervisors, which instrument will be used for pH? His first question, which instrument will be used for pH? His supervisor replied or answered, pH meter. No. Mr. Herman went to his lab and find pH meter here and there, but could not find pH meter. He come back to his supervisors and says, sir, respected sir, I could not find pH meter, although I searched here and there a lot, but all in vain. I am unable to find a pH meter. Where is it placed? So his supervisor says, ask this to lab attendant. Ask his about lab attendant. Mr. Herman find lab attendant and inquire about pH meter from lab attendant. But lab attendant replied, there is no pH meter in our lab. No pH meter in our lab. So Mr. Herman again come back to his supervisor and tell him there is no instrument named pH meter in our lab. What I do know? His supervisor says, please go to HOD, head of department, go to HOD and write application please arrange a pH meter in our lab. So here is a simple and small story. I am going to connect this story with packages. hope after understanding this story, you will be 100% clear about what are the packages in R. So I am going to explain in very simple way so that all participants pick it or get or got it easily. So I hope this story you will be understand. No, Mr. Herman, go to HOD office and write an application. Please arrange a pH meter for me in our lab. I want to do find pH of and solutions of a solution. After application, pH meter will be arranged. So pH meter is no pH meter is in our lab. No pH meter is in our lab. pH meter in lab. No, I am stopping the story here and continue after explaining something about R. You can say this is in our biological lab, and same situation you will handle each and every day within your biological lab. Like your supervisor say find zinc concentration in this solution found in beaker. The first question arises in your mind: which instrument will be used for to measure zinc or iron concentration? If your supervisor says please find its temperature, the first question should be arised in your mind: which instrument will be used for this? This is very important. In the case of R, similar R is a similar with like as you are working within your biological lab. So now take an example of R. Now Mr. Herman supervisor asked him, here is a data set name file, similar as like he says here is a beaker and there is a solution in the beaker. Similarly, he says no, there is a file named ficus in the form of Excel. Please draw a plot or graph. No, Mr. Herman task is draw a plot or graph. The first task was pH, find pH. And second task is draw plot. No, what question should be arise in his mind? Which instrument will be used for graph? As similar like when he says about find pH meter as pH, the first question is arise in his mind is which instrument will be used to measure pH. Similarly, when he has given a task to draw a plot in R, the first question arises in his mind: which package will be used for plot? So packages or instruments are same. In biological lab, we say these are instrument. While in our lab, our studio, we say them as packages. I hope you will be no understand. As in biological lab, each and every analysis will be done on different instruments, like you can use for temperature thermometer, for pH meter, for microscopy microscope, for minerals concentrations, uh, atomic absorption spectrophotometer, for molecular studies PCR. So for each and every test or analysis or task will require a specific instrument. Without this specific instrument, we can't do any analysis or any experiment within our lab. Similarly, in R, every task has its package. Like in biological lab, every analysis is related to with a specific instrument. Similarly, in our R Studio labs, every task is related to a specific package. Like when Mr. Herman's supervisor says him, please draw a plot on this ficus file. The first questions arise in his mind is which instrument I used for plot. This is the first question which arises in his mind, as like when his supervisor say him, please find pH of the solution. The first question arise in his mind is which instrument will be used to measure pH. Similarly, when he will given a task for plot, the first question arise in his mind, which package which package will be used for plot. I hope you will be understand. If his supervisor says please draw a correlation plot, the first question arises in his mind, which package will be used for correlation. When his supervisor asked him do regression analysis, the first question arises, which instrument will be used for regression analysis. So for each analysis there is a different package. Similarly, in our biological lab, for each experiment there is a different instrument. Similarly, there is a different package for each analysis in our studio. Now, Mr. Herman supervisor say that the package name, the instrument name used for plot is ggplot2. This instrument is used for draw a graph, draw a plot. So I am named here is instruments, but actually these are the packages. When we talk about this in R, talk about it in R, instrument mean packages. So instrument and packages are same. There is a no difference between instrument and packages. Both working are same. And we are taking examples like biological lab and with R studio. And so Mr. Herbans know what is a ggplot2. So Mr. Herman again went to his R studio lab, similarly as he went in biological lab and find pH meter. No, Mr. Herman come in R lab, R studio lab and find ggplot2. Now we find where is ggplot2. Can you find here? It's a question for you. Can you find a ggplot in your screen? No, I am unable to find anything in front of me except for this. There is no word found ggplot in our R Studio. You can see here is a file, edit, code, view, plot, sessions, build, and debug, profile, tools, help, but there is a no word or no button about ggplot2. Here is a file, plot, packages, help, viewer, presentations, but there is a no button about ggplot2. So Mr. Herman find his lab. Here is a Mr. Herman's R Studio lab. You can see all in front of you, R Studio desktop. Uh, you can see 4 screens. Mr. Herman finds here and there but could not find the ggplot2. No, he again come back his professor. He come back toward his professors and tell them there is no package, there is no button, no instrument name ggplot2 found in our lab, our R Studio. No, similarly as in the case of when we're going to find a PH, his supervisor says find lab attendant and inquire from him about pH meter. No, again his supervisor says please find a lab attendant and inquire about ggplot2. No, where is a lab attendant? In our R Studio, lab attendant is sitting in screen number 4. Where is a lab attendant of R? lab attendant lab attendant is our lab supervisor is sitting in screen number 4. When you press a button packages, here is a button packages, click on this button. Please all participants click on this button name packages, and here is a lab attendant computer. We can search here, is there any instrument found in our lab? Similarly, here this search box we can search is ggplot2 is found in our lab. Please find all these participant ggplot2. You can say here in my case ggplot2 is found. ggplot2 is found. So please all participants do this step and reply me, have you found ggplot2 or no? Yes or no? I am waiting for your reply. No. Please confirm me all participants. No. Dr. Manish found yes. Okay. Similar, your answer is similar as like Herman's in the case of pH meter. There is no pH meter in our lab. So we assume that there is no package, there is no instrument in our R Studio lab. No, Mr. Herman find here or inquire to with his lab supervisor or lab attendant, and lab attendant replied that there is a no package name ggplot2 in our R Studio lab. Mr. Sherman again come back to his supervisor or professor and tell them all situation that lab attendant or lab supervisor says that there is no package or no instrument named ggplot2. Now what is the response of his supervisor? No. As similarly as like in the case of pH meter, his supervisor says please go to HOD office and write an application for instrument. Mr. Herman, here is a principal office. You can say in packages. Here is a update and is a install. For example, click on install button. Here is a install button is a principal office and here is a application form. If you need any specific requirement, fill this form and here is actually application form and ask head of department please arrange this instrument for us. So we fill this application and read and learn about this application, what is in this application. So first we type our task ggplot2. We need ggplot2 as like we need pH meter. No, we need ggplot2. So we write an application, but before writing an application we read something. You can see find a word install packages, configuring repository. What is the repository? A repository is actually the storehouse and repository crane. Repository crane is the store of R, shop of R, or house of R. You can find each and everything about R from repository crane. This is a website, R crane. You can find it on a Google by searching here as like I am typing here R crane. You can find it. Here is a website crane, comprehensive R archive network. Here is each and everything about R is found. As like when we write an application for pH meter, our head of department contact with a supplier or a lab instrument shop or a lab market from where you can find the lab instruments. You can buy the lab instruments. Similarly, we type the name for packages and here is a shop or store from where we want to purchase, we want to buy, we want to download. Okay? We want to download ggplot2. So our repository is a shop or crane, but you can download it from free. No rupees, no dollar, no charges will be cost for this. So this is totally free. Now we give three things. First, from where we want to purchase, which want to purchase, and after purchasing where we want to place it. From where we get what we want to get, and after getting where we place it. So press on button install. After installation you can see here is a button, red dot button and showing stop, but you don't touch or press this button until the process successfully complete. So after completion process you can see here is a note in black words, black lines. you can see here is package ggplot2 successfully unpacked and MD5 sums checked. This show that our package is successfully installed. Our package is successfully installed. As like in the case of pH meter, our pH meter is no in our lab. Similarly, our ggplot2 is no in our lab. Okay, please done this step and let me know have done or in process. Please confirm all participants. I am waiting for your reply. Please all participants done this step. If it is in process, please type in process. Or is there any issue? Please let me know. Please, is there any issue? Let me know. And just Mr. Sherman have done. Sorry, Miss Sherman have done. Okay, let's move. Assume that you purchase a pH meter and no pH meter is in your biological lab. Nowadays pH meter is a digital. So before working with a pH meter or any other instrument, working with a pH meter or any other instruments like any instrument found in our biological lab, pH meter, PCR, microscope, atomic absorption spectrophotometer or any other instruments. If these are in our lab and we want to do a specific analysis, for example, we want to find a iron concentration, we have a solution. If we dip a needle of the atomic absorption spectrophotometer in solution, can we find a zinc concentration? Absolutely no, because to run or to do analysis in any instrument, we first need to activate or turn on this instrument. So first step, we need turn on instrument. Similarly, when you install package and want to do work on this package, you must need to turn on this instrument. So similarly as like in pH meter need to be turned on, microscope need to be turned on, atomic absorption spectrophotometer need to be turned on, PCR need to be turned on before doing any work. Similarly, in
SHD
our
वाली जो पहली
studio,
फाइल आपके
when
पास
we
आएगी ना,
perform any task in our studio, we need
वो
to
ओपन करनी है।
activate or turn on our packages. So no ggplot2 is available in our R Studio lab. We just need to turn on and turn
ये
off.
एरर दे
When we
दिया
want
जिसने,
to
आप
do
चाइना में
work,
तो नहीं है?
we should it turn on, and when we stop our work,
अच्छा
we
ठीक,
should to do turn
आप
off.
इसको दोबारा
But
सर्च
it is
करें सर।
automatically turn off when we off our R lab or R Studio. No, who we activate
आपको सिक्योरिटी का कोई
our
इशू है?
packages,
कह रहे हैं
our
जी गो टू
info.
एडवांस,
So
एडवांस में जाएं।
you can see in screen number
ये
4.
सर का मैसेज आया जी, उस्मान फारूक
There
साहब
is
का
a
मैसेज आया जी,
name,
गो टू
package
एडवांस।
name ggplot2
एडवांस
and
का
is a
बटन है
blank
नीचे।
box. You can see here is a box.
हाँ, इस पे क्लिक करें।
You can see
ये
for
हाइड एडवांस
activation.
का, हाँ नीचे देखें, हाँ ये वेबसाइट पे क्लिक करें।
I am here
ये
is a typing
proceed।
word library. Library.
प्रोसीड के
Now
बटन पे क्लिक,
before
हाँ, आप
moving
ओपन होगी।
a
बहुत
sheet,
शुक्रिया
I
उस्मान
want to
साहब।
clear a few things about R.
अच्छा जी, यहाँ पे थोड़ा सा इसको स्क्रॉल डाउन करें।
R is a
यहाँ पे फर्स्ट स्क्रिप्ट लिखा हुआ है,
language as like Chinese,
करते जाएं। थोड़ा सा
English,
नीचे नीचे नीचे,
Hindi,
और
Urdu.
थोड़ा सा स्क्रॉल डाउन करें। ये अपनी वेबसाइट ये
So
पढ़नी है
R is
सारी।
a language of
बस बस यहाँ पे।
computer.
अब देखें जी, पहला प्लॉट है, उसने
So
कहा
we
जी
are going to
लोड
learn
डाटा
about
सेट,
language.
स्क्रिप्ट लिखा हुआ है एक ना।
So you know that each
इस
and
स्क्रिप्ट
every
को आपने
language
कॉपी करना है।
have its vocabulary and grammar. Two things. Each
इसको कॉपी
language
करें
have
स्क्रिप्ट
two
को।
things. One is
हाँ, आर में ले आएं।
vocabulary.
अच्छा, यहाँ पे मैंने आपको एक और बात क्लियर करनी है, आई थिंक मैंने शायद पहले आपको बता दी है कि नहीं बताई,
And second is
कि आर में ना काफ़ी सारे स्टूडेंट का क्वेश्चन होता है कि सर हमने डेंडोग्राम बनाना है, तो उसके लिए हम अपने डाटा सेट को अरेंज कैसे करें? हमने कोरिलेशन निकालना है, तो डाटा सेट को अरेंज कैसे करें?
learn
हमने वन वे अनोवा लगाना है, तो उसको डाटा को
vocabulary
अरेंज
and
कैसे
grammar
करें?
also.
टू वे अनोवा लगाना है, तो
The
डाटा
first
को अरेंज
word
कैसे
we are
करें,
going
है
to
ना?
learn today
एक
is
क्वेश्चन होता है ना अक्सर माइंड में।
hashtag. What is mean by hashtag?
तो इसका आंसर आई थिंक मैंने आपको
In
बताया या नहीं बताया,
Although it have a different meaning. in
या किसी और
different
क्लास में मैंने
languages,
डिस्कस
different,
किया है इसी वीक।
sentences.
काइंडली मुझे
different
कंफर्म
essays,
कीजिएगा, मैंने ये
but
डिस्कस किया आपसे कि आपको
what
इसमें
is
से फॉर्मेट भी
meaning
मिल
in
जाते हैं।
When you find a
No,
word
ठीक है।
hashtag or number sign,
ठीक हो गया।
this
अच्छा, यहाँ पे
sign
मैं जरा आपको ना
it's
एक बड़ी इंटरेस्टिंग बात बताने लगा हूँ।
heading.
ये क्वेश्चन बहुत से
It's
लोगों के
mean
माइंड में होता है कि
heading.
हमें डाटे को कैसे अरेंज
After
करना है।
that,
नंबर
you
वन,
will find
आर हमें
any word, any
फॉर्मेट
sentence.
प्रोवाइड करता है कि हमें डाटा
All
सेट
these
कैसे अरेंज
sentences
करना है।
are headings.
आर के अंदर फॉर्मेट पड़े हुए हैं कि हमने अपने डाटा सेट को किस तरह अरेंज करना है।
Okay.
अभी मैं
When you
आपको
find hashtag or number signs
फाइकस
anywhere
का
in
डाटा
the
मैं
R,
आपको
it's mean
यूज़ करवा रहा
heading.
हूँ, और देखें मैक्सिमम
No.
एनालिसिस हमने किए फाइकस के डाटे पे ही,
We have learned
है ना?
first word
इसकी
of
अरेंजमेंट
R.
को हमने नहीं छेड़ा।
Number is a
इट्स
word
मीन
of.
कि जितने एनालिसिस हमने
Number
आज
is
तक
the-
किए हैं, वो एनालिसिस परफॉर्म करने
Number
के
sign is
लिए
the
हमने अपने डाटा सेट को फाइकस
word
की
of
तरह
R,
अरेंज करना है।
which meaning heading.
ऐसा ही है ना?
So
अब ये
when
फाइकस
we,
वाला डाटा सेट मैंने
type
कहाँ से
heading
लिया है?
in R, we
ये
should
भी मैंने आर
write
से ही लिया है।
number or
आर में ये डाटा कहाँ
hashtag
पड़ा हुआ है?
before
देख
this
लेते हैं।
heading. Like
देखना चाहेंगे आप?
today my task is
हाँ, आयरस के नाम से। आप यहाँ पे
हाँ।
लिखें डाटा, लाइन नंबर, हाँ ठीक है, यहीं पे टाइप करें डाटा।
this is my
हेडिंग
heading.
नहीं देनी, हेडिंग नहीं बनानी।
So before heading I
Data.
type here hashtag.
हाँ, इसको
If I
सेलेक्ट करें
don't type hashtag before
और लाइन
heading,
नंबर 9 पे हेडिंग बनाएं
it
पहले।
give me a error, or
लाइन नंबर 9 पे वो क्रॉस
this
कर हेडिंग
will
बना दें।
consider it as a script or
यहाँ
code.
पे लिखें आयरस,
So this
इसके
is
अंदर
not
ब्रैकेट्स में लिखें आयरस।
you can write it in any language.
हाँ, अब इसको
It
रन
is
करें।
your facility, for your facility. It is your heading to understand easily script.
ये
or
देखें
what
आपके
we
पास
are
फाइल आ
going
गई
to
आयरस की।
perform in this script. So I
वो देखें वो सेम ही नहीं
take
आ रहा
it
जितनी
as
ऑब्जर्वेशन
heading.
फाइकस में
Right.
उतनी ही आयरस में सेम डाटा है।
Hashtag, it became heading. Now last word
ये
is
फॉर्मेट मैंने
library.
यहाँ से लिया है।
What is library mean?
ठीक हो गया?
In library,
मैंने जो स्पीशीज को S1
In
कर
R,
दिया ना,
sorry,
वहाँ
in
पे वो
R,
स्पीशीज के नाम लिखा हुआ था
library
किसी
mean
का। अब वापस आए
activate.
स्क्रिप्ट पे।
activate or turn on.
स्क्रिप्ट पे वापस
Library
आए।
mean
हाँ ठीक है।
activate
अब यहाँ
or
पे टाइप करें
turn
डाटा।
on. So we need to do work in any instrument, like
US
when
arrest,
you want to work on laptop, you
US
need to
arrest।
turn on it. When you want to use mobile phone,
ये
you
देखिए
need to
नीचे
turn
सेलेक्ट करें
on
इसको,
it. When you want
डाटे
to
को।
drive
हाँ इसको
your
रन
car,
करें।
you need to turn on it. When you want to drive your
ये
motorcycle,
देखें आपके पास
you
US
want
arrest का
to
डाटा आ
need to
गया,
turn on it.
इस पर क्लिक करें।
So every instrument
ये भी
need
सेम
to
देखें
turn
फाइकस की
on
तरह का
it
ही
before
अरेंजमेंट है इसकी भी,
its use.
है ना।
So in our library mean activate
हाँ अब अगेन
or
वापस आए
turn
स्क्रिप्ट पे।
on. So we have
क्या
learned two
चीज़?
words of vocabulary of R. One is
अच्छा अब हम इसको डिलीट कर दें,
one
लाइन
is
नंबर 7 से
dollar
लेके
sign
ना
and other
11
is
तक डिलीट
library.
कर दें
So
सब कुछ,
this
ताकि
vocabulary
हमारा
we
टास्क
learn
क्लियर हो।
step by step each and
अब
every
हम
day.
कोड को एडिट करने लगे हैं। ये देखिए हमने स्क्रिप्ट में अभी तक कुछ
So
भी नहीं
type
लिखा है ना।
in parentheses or brackets
पहले स्क्रिप्ट को रीड करना है।
ggplot 2.
अब है लोड डाटा,
After
वो हमें क्या
typing
कह रहा है,
ggplot 2,
डाटे को
you can
इंपोर्ट
see
करो।
here is
हम तो इंपोर्ट कर चुके हैं फाइकस का डाटा,
screen number 4.
है ना।
There is a no tick
तो अगर
mark
हम डाटे की जगह पे फाइकस लिखते हैं,
in box.
फाइकस लिखें यहाँ पे,
There is a no tick mark in box.
जहाँ पे
this
डाटा है यूएस अरेस्ट की
And
जगह पे।
here is a button of run. Press this button. Before press,
यूएस
make
अरेस्ट को
sure
डिलीट करें, यहाँ पे
the
लिखें
cursor is
फाइकस।
blinking before,
इसको रन करें।
within,
हाँ इसको रन करें।
start or after this script. Or you can select this
देखें
script
इसने एरर
also.
दे दिया,
Press
अगर
run
फाइकस
button.
नॉट फाउंड, जबकि हमारे पास तो
Now
फाइकस
you
वहाँ
can
पे है।
see after when I press the run button,
तो यहाँ पे क्या मसला हो सकता है, कोई बताएगा?
ggplot to get a tick mark.
आपको पता है?
ggplot to get a tick mark.
नहीं नहीं नहीं, इसमें मसला पता क्या है, ये जो हमने लिखा है ना डाटा,
Have you done this step?
ये डाटा हमें आर में से
Have you
निकाल
get
के
tick
देता है।
mark?
अब आर में फाइकस के नाम की कोई फाइल ही नहीं पड़ी हुई, तो ये वहाँ से कहाँ से निकालेगा? यहाँ पे लिखें आइरस,
No, your machinery is
ये आपको
activate.
फाइल निकाल के दे देगा।
No, your machinery
इसको
is
रन करें।
activate. So
देखा इसने फाइल आपको निकाल के दे दी है।
instruments, any instruments.
ठीक है,
Although
वापस जाएं। अब हमें इसकी ज़रूरत नहीं है इस कोड की ना, क्योंकि हमने तो फाइल निकालनी नहीं है, हमने तो फाइल इंपोर्ट की है।
as like mobile
तो
phone.
इसको हम डिलीट कर देते हैं लाइन नंबर 3 को।
Mobile
ठीक है,
phone
अब
is an
आ जाते
instrument
हैं, हम स्क्रिप्ट पढ़ते हैं।
which have
ये
different
देखिए लाइन नंबर
functions,
5 पे,
like
ये डी
you
ये
can
हमने
message,
स्क्रिप्ट का नाम
you
रखा
can
हुआ है।
call,
ये तो आपको
you
क्लियर है
can
ना।
watch videos, you
लेस
can play
लेस देन
games,
माइनस
you
साइन का मतलब
can,
होता है कि हम इसका नाम रखना चाह रहे हैं, इक्वल करना चाह रहे हैं।
watch TV,
DIST डिस्ट, डिस्ट
can
का मतलब
use
होता है
internet.
डिस्टेंस मैट्रिक्स।
multi-purpose option.
डिस्ट क्या है?
Similarly,
डिस्टेंस मैट्रिक्स।
packages
जब भी हम
or
हीट मैप
instruments
या डेंडोग्राम
or
बनाते हैं
multi-purpose.
तो पहले डाटे का डिस्टेंस
So
मैट्रिक्स
if you want
बनाते
to
हैं।
check the function of
अब स्केल यूएस अरेस्ट,
function,
इट्स
what
मीन
are
यहाँ पे
the
हमने डाटा
functions?
सेट का नाम लिखना
There
है
are two
फाइकस।
words we will use repeatedly.
फाइकस लिखें और इसको
One is
रन करें।
packages and second is function.
लाइन नंबर
Packages
5 रन करें ना पहले।
function. So if
ये
I
कह रहा है
take
X
an
must be
example
numeric.
of mobile phone,
एक्स मस्ट बी न्यूमेरिक,
mobile phone is a package,
ये
is
इशू में
an
कल भी आया था।
instrument,
तो
and
फाइकस के साथ हमने क्या करना है?
which
स्केयर ब्रैकेट
or
-5।
what type of the work we can do with mobile is their functions, like you can call
हाँ,
is
अब इसको रन
function,
करें।
you can play game playing is
अब
a
रन हो
function,
गया
you
ना।
can watch
अब दूसरा रन
videos,
करें।
watching is its function, you can send message is a function. So if we want to check the function of
हो गया, प्लॉट ड्रा हो गया आपका।
just click on ggplot2
प्लॉट ड्रा होना
and you
चाहिए।
can see here a lot of list of function he can perform. So we learn
प्लॉट
these
बनना चाहिए आपको। बहरहाल एक दफ़ा
functions
आपने
step by
इसको
step.
आर को ना
You can see here in
रीस्टार्ट
screen number
करके
4,
दोबारा ये प्लॉट आपने ड्रा
here
करना।
functions
अच्छा, मैं
name
जस्ट जो
and
आपको चीज़ समझाना
they
चाह
are
रहा था ना,
working.
बाकी इंशाल्लाह हम कल की क्लास में करेंगे इसको, कि कोड को देखिए मैंने
each
जस्ट आपने
function
जस्ट क्या
have
किया, सिर्फ
different
फाइकस
roles
-5 किया है,
like geom, albines,
बाकी पूरे कोड में कोई चेंजिंग
geom
नहीं की।
area, ribbon and area plot. You
आपका
can use
प्लॉट
it
यहाँ पे
for
ड्रा
ribbon
हो
and
जाएगा।
area plot, geom
अब आपने
bar,
क्या करना है,
create
आज
bar graph,
जो
geom
आपके
bind to
असाइनमेंट है या टास्क है,
heat map of second bin count
आपने जस्ट ये सारे
and
कोड एक
geom
दफ़ा
blend,
रीड
draw
करना है, इसमें
nothing,
कोई एडिट कोई
geom
कुछ नहीं
box
करना।
plot, a box and
असाइनमेंट क्या है, जस्ट
discuss
आपने ये
plots
जो वेबसाइट है ना,
and
सारे
geom pool
कोड्स को एक दफ़ा
box
रीड
chart.
करना है और देखना है
So
कि क्या वो आपको
each
कोड पढ़ना
function
आ
there
रहा
is a
है।
function and there is a
कल मैंने आप में
working.
से किसी एक को
So
कहना
each
है कि ये
functions
कोड हमें
have
पढ़ के
its
बताएं।
own task and its own working. So today class
ठीक हो गया।
is about what are the packages and what is
हाँ, ये जस्ट ये नोट कर लें।
the
तो
packages
कल तक
mean
आपने
in
जस्ट इस वेबसाइट को
R,
पढ़ना है, इसका हर एक
how
कोड
to
को
install
पढ़ना है और
packages
देखना है
and how
क्या
to
वो आप कोड
activate
पढ़ सकते हैं।
packages.
एडिट हम तभी करेंगे
I
जब आप
hope
वो
you
सारे
will
कोड
be
पढ़ने
you
के
will
काबिल
get
होंगे।
all
ठीक है,
things
तो आपने वो सारे
which I
कोड जो हैं वो
delivered you.
पढ़ने हैं और
So
काइंडली ये जो
please,
आपने
if
टॉपिक
you
लिखा
have
है ना,
any
इसको आप
any
ग्रुप में
questions
भी
or any
शेयर कर
confusions
दीजिएगा।
in your minds, you can ask questions
हाँ, ये
in
जो नहीं
WhatsApp
जस्ट ये
or
असाइनमेंट लिखी है ना,
chat
इसको
or,
ग्रुप में
or
शेयर
in
कर दें,
WhatsApp group. I will reply
तो
you.
कल इंशाल्लाह हम यहीं से।
Okay, please confirm me. Have you got it or any confusion? Okay. Okay, very thanks. Now our next class, we will discuss in next class how to create a bar plot. Very thanks again. Goodbye.